There can be only one.
Go, Trig boy. It's your birthday.
Are you guys ready to get out of the Matrix? Let's go.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Is one of multiple locations that have been burning in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
The Texas court system works, and I trust the Texas court system will work in this case.
Good afternoon, everybody. Pissed off parent here. I can't even stay in retirement here. As everybody probably knows, addressed the elephant in the room. About a week or so ago, I pretty well after about a decade of doing this stuff, I decided it was time to kind of pack things up and move on to greener pastures. But the guys at the Texas Ledge and everywhere else, they made it damn near impossible. Just getting right down to it. And they did not disappoint last evening. Apparently there was a house show, and was it a show? And there's just some stuff out there. Now I know that they had like the official record out there on what happened, and just for those that are tuning in, the HB 590, SB 590 is the Senate bill that moved over to the House for retroactive child support due to the lackluster involvement by most of the folks here in Texas. That bill, one of five, was sailing on through, and it looks like it was going to become law. And then I was going for the final readings last evening, and then we had some fun here. I know that there's some video or some things going around, but I was actually able to get the unedited video from the House. So again, I know there's some others out there, but I looked at those, and those have obviously been doctored. So I want to go ahead and show the actual video so everyone has the most accurate information to work with. And also, if you haven't had a chance to check out my other video that I made yesterday, that kind of preempt a little bit of this. Dave Phelan, he's the Speaker of the House, one of the highest, things, honors or whatever to have, and he has received a letter. I don't know if he's been indicted, but basically he was drunk. Doing his job, and I made a cute little video about that, and hopefully everyone kind of enjoys that. But I did want to show this actual video, and then we'll kind of go through and kind of play by play it, but figured I'd go ahead and just kind of put let everybody kind of watch the original video that came out, and then we can kind of do a little dissecting, because one, I know that some of the videos that are out there don't pull in all the different pieces that are fun. But I'll stop yakking here. Again, I'm a little rusty on that since I've been off for a couple weeks now. But let's go ahead and dive into the video, and let's you guys can see what actually happened at the Texas Legislature. Here we go.
Madam Secretary, reading SB 590. The clerk, read the bill.
SB 590 by Hughes, relating to requiring a man determined by adjudication or acknowledgement to be a child's father to pay retroactive child support beginning on the date of the child's conception.
The chair recognizes Mr. Dutton to explain the bill.
Did he have a beer there?
We're trying.
Well, I got an amendment. Members, Senate Bill 590 ensures that a woman would receive child support from a man who's adjudicated or acknowledged to be the father. This bill provides for reimbursement for reasonable and necessary medical expenses incurred during gestation.
Mr. Speaker?
Ms. Collier, for what purpose?
Will the gentleman yield for questions?
The gentleman yield for questions.
Yes.
The gentleman
Okay.
yields for questions.
I just want to make sure I understand what your amendment is doing. So what you're saying is child support will be assessed as soon as there is a fetus that's conceived?
Ms. Collier, I have an amendment. Would you let me lay the amendment out? Because I think what you're asking me about is the amendment.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
Okay.
The following amendment, the clerk will read the amendment.
Wait, what was that?
Amendment by Dutton.
The chair recognizes Mr. Dutton to explain the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. Essentially, what the
That's
amendment
smoke.
does, it distinguishes that the retroactive child support is from the guideline-based support by limiting the support under the Section 154,
Mr. Speaker?
1544.
Ms. Collier, for what purpose?
Will the gentleman yield for question?
Will the gentleman yield for questions?
I yield, Mr.
I'm
gentleman
sorry,
yields.
I didn't hear anything you just said.
I
Will you
can't hear
repeat
you.
the entire comment? I didn't hear you.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Tell me what your amendment does.
The amendment distinguishes the retroactive child support in the guidelines by limiting support to reasonable and necessary maternity expenses.
Okay, because I want to make sure that, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, I raise a point of order against further consideration of this bill under Rule 813, Section 13C, and that the time for
Gentleman's
consideration
time
of
has
Senate
expired.
bills on second reading on
Congratulations, you played
the
yourself.
supplemental daily House calendar has expired.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
The point of order is well taken and sustained. Mr. Hunter moves the House recess until 10 a.m. today in memory of Carlos H. Pena, Sr. of Robstown.
Got a
Is there
40
objection?
ouncer.
The chair hears none, and the House stands recessed.
It's Miller time.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
All right. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the actual video that was that I know what came out originally wasn't the unedited version, so went ahead and pulled that in. But I did want to actually pull in the original video and do kind of a walkthrough of that. You know, comments and whatever else are appreciated. But I did kind of want to do a walkthrough, and I'll give kind of a summary, tell you who all the players are, even though I'm out. Obviously I'm still in. But so the SB 590 was the retroactive child support bill, and I would hope that people have some familiarity with it. I'll go ahead and give you the pants down version. It was one of 5 bills that allowed for retroactive child support, meaning any woman can name any man as the father. They do the adjudicated and all that. We all know how that works. No DNA requirement, no nothing. And he would he would be responsible for paying all kinds of fees as a judgment. I believe 590 had the once the judgment was done, so he would be responsible. Well, originally he was responsible for paying for the crib, postpartum. It was going to be horrible, but paying for all kinds of crap. and then he would get the judgment, because it obviously takes a few months for it to go through the lovely court system, and then he would get, like, say, a $10,000 judgment, bam, dropped on his credit report, garnishment, the whole 9 yards. And this one may or may not have had the 6% per annum interest rate waiver for 1 year. I can't remember. Again, there was 5 bills. They all said the same thing. Well, these jerk-offs, they, on the day of the first hearing, they issued an amendment that actually I was the only person that responded to. Outside of there were folks that were actually on the ground there. Thankfully, I think there was 5 of them. And they offered their feedback on the bill, but I was the only person that had wrote in and broke out the reasons why this is a horrible bill. Outside of the 29 million other Texans, you can kind of see why I've walked away from a lot of this, because no one gives a crap. So they went ahead and moved the one of 5 through. I think the other ones kind of moved through as well. But what was funny about this is Dutton actually, he was the chair of the JJFI, and he actually showed support. He played Leach. I mean, I almost expected him to throw Leach a 20 and tell him to go clean himself up, because he screwed him hard. He played a classic game that anyone I think above 5 years old would know. It's almost a shame that these bozos don't even know when they're getting played. But he said, "Oh yeah, great bill, whatever." Showed overwhelming support for it. And again, just also to break it down for those that don't know, Leach is a Republican and Dutton is a Democrat. And so the assumption, again, I'm not privy to those that far behind the scenes, but I'm assuming Leach was like, "Oh, great, bipartisan. We'll get some people onto this bill," because I don't think it had anyone else co-signing, at least up until the very end. So he went ahead and got on there as a co-signer or co-sponsor, whatever it is, on the bill. And then today's like the last day. You can't do any other business for 2 years in the Texas legislature. So he gets up there and offers an amendment, taking it back to the original, paying for fees and all that, which we all knew that was the amendment anyway. I mean, these guys, clowns, bunch of clown shoes. But he waited to the last second, offered this crappy amendment, and then went, "Oh darn it, article whatever, I think it's 8, point of procedure, we can't do the end. Oh, we're out of time, we can't do anything about it." So it's killed for 2 years. And as you could tell, Leach is beyond pissed about the whole thing. So that's kind of the summary. I probably went a little too far here, but let's go ahead and walk through.
The chair lays out on second reading SB 590. The clerk will read the bill.
And let me lower the volume so you can hear my voice over everybody else. So, yeah, this is Hughes, another idiot. All right, so, yeah. So here... you can see, well, you can't see my mouse on the screen. I probably should put it on a different thing, but you can see, Dutton's got his folder. I want to swear that this chick here, the white chick in the black right here behind Dutton, I think she knew. All I know is pretty much the entire house knew what was going on, but. It's just awesome. And then, so this is right where Leach, who's pictured here on the left. I hope that's, yeah, I think that's left, because I didn't do the spin around thing. But this is where Leach is like, "What is going on?" You can actually hear him say, "Whoa, whoa, 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 what's going on here?" Hold on, let's see. Yeah, there you go. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got an amendment. What?
Members,
now,
Senate Bill 5.
This was like on the either first, second, third. I mean, it was in the final stages to get the the rubber stamp and then move on. And then here goes Dutton doing this. So, and then you'll kind of see as it plays out. Now, actually, I froze it right at the right time. Look at the girl behind Dutton. She's like, "Oh, damn!" she knows what's getting ready to happen. That's what tells me that like everyone except for this bozo knew what was going down. I mean, and then you'll see some of the other people. You can see them in frame later laughing about it, and they're they're the ones that we love to hate anyway. But they love getting making Leach look like a moron, which apparently isn't that hard. But let's see what we got here. Okay, let's go.
Ensures that a woman would receive child support from a man who's adjudicated or acknowledged to be the father. This bill provides for reimbursement for reasonable and necessary medical expenses incurred during gestation.
Mr. Speaker?
Ms. Collier, for what purpose?
Will the gentleman yield for
The
questions?
gentleman yield for questions.
Yeah, this is hilarious. This is all orchestrated. This is
I just wanna make sure I
WWE
understand what
wrestling.
your amendment is doing. So what you're saying is child support will be assessed as soon as there is a fetus that's conceived?
Ms. Collier, I have an amendment. Would you love?
And here's Cook. Now, Cook is he's like the ninja. I don't know about Cook. I mean, he's a lifelong member of now I'm forgetting all the terms now of the Law Family Foundation or whatever the hell they are. And he's going to be a good politician because he plays every side possible. He's the guy that introduced the equal shared parenting bill, which did absolutely nothing. It sat there dead, as the companion bill by Miles Middleton. And I had a video, I think, before I took it down that kind of talked through these guys and what they did. But he's there, and I can't read him. I don't know if anyone wants to comment if they've seen. I've watched the video like 10 times because I needed a good chuckle this morning. But I'm trying to read his demeanor and his facial expressions to see if he knew what was happening. Now, he's a Republican, so I don't know if he was following along with party lines with Leach or what was going on here. Oh, and before I forget, before I decided to shut the show and everything else down, I did a whole bunch of automation, so you're going to see like different things popping in. I spent a lot of time and money doing something that's going to help the show out, and I just forgot to turn all that automation off. So you'll see little things pop in there. I wouldn't worry about it. But anyway, just see. I just don't know about Cook. I'm curious. I want to see what kind of his facial expressions are. But let's see what we got here.
Let me lay the amendment out because I think what you're asking me about is the amendment.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
The following amendment, the clerk will read the amendment.
If you haven't watched Dade Phelan drunk on the stand there, that stuff is priceless. I would recommend people go out there and watch that. That was some funny stuff. Anyway, I like making fun of Phelan. He's such an idiot. Anyway, here we go.
Amendment by Dutton.
The chair recognizes Mr. Dutton to explain the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. Essentially, what the amendment does is distinguishes that the retroactive child support is from the guideline-based support by limiting the support under the Section 154,
Mr. Speaker?
1544.
Ms. Collier, for what purpose?
So, okay, I just want to pause here. So far, Cook's like reading it. I don't know if he's read it for the first time. I'm just really curious to see what he's doing. And then Leach is behind Dutton, just to give everybody kind of where everybody's at so they can remember names and faces. But Leach had left for a bit. Apparently, he likes to storm off. I'm surprised Jeff Morgan wasn't there. He'd probably piss him off and make him storm off the stage. But he had left and then came back. And I don't know what there's some fun going to happen there. But I'm really trying to read Cook. I'm trying to figure out, like, did he know anything? And I'm not anywhere close to an expert on facial body language and stuff like that. But I'm curious.
Purpose?
Will the gentleman yield for question?
Will the gentleman yield for questions?
I yield, Mr.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything you just said.
I can't
Will you
hear you.
repeat the entire comment? I didn't hear you.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Members, please take your conversations outside the rail.
I bet he does a rail.
Okay, so tell me what your amendment does.
The amendment distinguishes the retroactive child support in the guidelines by limiting support to reasonable and necessary maternity expenses.
Okay, because I want to make sure that, oh my
You can
goodness.
see,
my
see
goodness.
Leach.
Mr. Speaker,
Mr. Speaker, I raise a point of order against further consideration of this bill under Rule
Everybody's
8,
laughing.
13.
All right, now, okay, let me just give you the lay of the land here. So down here is Ramos, down bottom left-hand corner. That's Ramos. She's laughing her ass off. I mean, it's like everybody knew. And then, of course, the white girl here up middle to the right or whatever, she's laughing. The girl on the right's laughing. The guy sitting down looks like he shit his pants. And, you know, you can't really see Leach, but you hear him, like, arguing or doing something. I can't figure out what it is. But just, it's like, huh. But, yeah, he's, right now they're doing the point of procedure and shutting this bad boy down.
13, Section 13C, and that the time
And
for
she's
consideration
clapping.
of Senate bills on
They're
second
laughing.
reading on the supplemental daily House calendar has expired.
Oh, that's
The
hilarious.
point of order is well taken and sustained.
Oh, man. And then you'll see here in a second, I don't think I clipped
Mr.
it
Hunter
out.
moves the House
No.
recess until 10 a.m.
Or
today.
did I?
In memory of
Oh, I cut it
Carlos
out.
H.
Damn it.
Pena, Senior of Robstown. Is there objection? The chair hears none, and the House stands.
In the original video, you see Ramos in the bottom left corner just cackling like crazy. So it's like they all knew, they were all in on it. They all made Leach look like an ass and all that. But I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out. Let me pause that. I'm still trying to figure out Cook. Let's see if I can get him. Yeah, switch that around here. I'm still trying to figure Cook out. Like, he's just he reminds me of again, this obviously I'm old, but A Christmas Story, when they were all trying to figure out where Flick was, and he was out there and his tongue was on the pole and everything, and then the teacher asked all the kids, like, do you know what happened to Flick and all that, and they're all standing there like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's the way Cook looks. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it. But I don't know. I mean, like right here, he looks like he's like, what's going on? And I don't know if it's all for show, because again, he's a Republican as well. He's trying to make a name for himself, and obviously Leach, he's done his thing with that little Twitter thing where he said if someone opposes him on something, he's gonna make sure no bills pass or whatever. So all I gotta say is Uno card to you, biatch. Funny stuff. Anyway. I guess the long and the short of this is the 29 million Texans, I guess half of which are men and boys. Y'all got lucky. I mean, y'all got lucky this go around. 2 more years, I can guarantee you this bill will be back in force, and I more than likely won't be involved in any way, shape, or form. But this bill will be back front and center, and will probably pass. Somehow I got lucky. I mean, there's a couple reasons as to why. I mean, guesstimations why the Dutton decided to kill the bill. I'm assuming he realized that a lot of his constituents are going to be hurt by this. There's going to be a lot of bad stuff that's going to happen, or that could have happened from it. But at the end of the day, on a BS parliamentary procedure, it got axed. So we've got, I'd say for the folks out there in equal shared parenting land and all that for Texas, I would say that you all got 2 years to formulate some kind of plan or something to ensure that this thing doesn't see the light of day, because while it didn't happen this go around, it could even happen if they call a special session. We all know, once Abbott sits down and figures out that he's going to lose millions of dollars from this, magic may happen, so you just don't know how that's going to work out. So again, Texas, you got lucky. I had my video queued up, ready to roll, that y'all get what you deserve. And again, that was based on the lack of any type of support for anyone, all the 29 million Texans. And I'm not talking about, the 10 or 20 that, the faithful watchers and listeners. I just kidding, I guess to talk about me some more before I start crying, to get into the elephant in the room. I was spending thousands of dollars, countless hours putting stuff together, and no one gave two shits. So I don't have anything to worry about. It just made sense for me to move on to other things. But it was kind of nice jumping back in the saddle here. I still do help out with a few other groups, very very select areas and stuff. And actually, I think this Friday I'm going to do a live with Ed Brown and Dr. Brooks McKenzie on some stuff happening in their world for mostly Tarrant County, Texas, and some things there, and just some up-and-coming things. But, largely as far as, video, the research, and all that stuff, that has been shut down. Trying to think of anything else fun to even talk about. That's pretty much it. So, hope you enjoyed. The video was actually kind of fun for me to make. I still enjoy doing these from time to time. So, and then of course with the excellent feedback, the excellent material that I've been given from the Texas legislature and others, it becomes pretty easy to make fun of these bozos. I wish hopefully someone else takes up the mantle with doing that, because as time moves on, I kind of move further and further away from it. So. These were kind of brought up to me, just I think in a feed or two that I still follow. But anyway, hope everybody's having a good, what's today, Wednesday? All the kiddos are out of school, I think tomorrow or somewhere around. So that's actually one of the things that I'm concentrating on. I got my youngest home finally from school. I mean, I have him 100% of the time. And we're enjoying time together, spending time with him as opposed to all the other stuff. And that's kind of it for me. I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. Until next time, but we'll see. I just kind of leave it there. So, actually, trying to remember how I even close this thing out. It's been so long. Let's see here. I think this is the final one. All right, so hope everyone has a good one. Actually, you probably all noticed I even got more Transformers. I'm doing more of that now. So this has changed a bit since last time I did a video. So spending time having fun. Anyway, hope everybody has a good day. We'll talk at you later.